Hello everyone, this is Jackie Pride and I am doing a court card series, and the card I want to do right now is the Page of Swords. Um, I'm using the deck Tarot of the New Vision, and basically they take the traditional tarot images and they spin them 180 degrees so you get a new perspective. And so basically what that does is it shows us what it is that the characters in the cards are looking at. So normally the Page of Swords, you would see a young person holding a sword. But now we can see that he's staring off at the sky, and there are clouds in the sky, and it looks like he's on a rocky terrain, if you will. But the Page of Swords, to me, now reminds me of someone who's trying to figure out how they feel about what's been on their mind. Because the Swords is all about um, clear thinking and truth-telling. And um, even though the pages tend to be taught as they are a communication card, to me the pages are more about just contemplating. To me the pages look like they are being silent and just taking time to think about how they really feel, like think about what they really want to do. In this case, um, thinking about, there's something that is on this person's mind. So much so that he's had to get away and be alone, and he's looking at the sky, and he's on rocky terrain there, but he's trying to gain a bigger perspective. So the swords tends to be about keeping that bigger perspective and healing the seeds of pessimistic thinking, if you will. So if the Page of Swords was going to communicate anything, to me, this is someone who is communicates in a way where it's kind of like it's very direct, it cuts to the chase, as the swords tend to do. It just goes straight to the heart of the matter, but it does it in a way where very few words are said, but you get the point. And think of an example of like two people in a relationship, and they have fallen into the habit of always nitpicking and bickering with each other. And then one day, one of them looks up and says, I'm tired of this, aren't you? See, so it's that kind of a communication. It's cutting through the BS, which the swords do, and just kind of getting to the heart of the matter, the truth. Like, and also you could think of like the Midas, no, the Emperor and his new clothes, and how he's in the parade and he's naked, and the little child is the one who says, he's got nothing on. That would be a Page of Swords type of communication. It's a very short and sweet, but direct and to the point message. It just cuts through the illusion and the truth of the matter. It just goes straight to the heart of the matter. Also, when I look at this card, or when this card comes up in a reading, I think about, to me, it seems like somebody who, because swords tends to carry the challenge of tempering the part of us that is critical and judgmental. And so this page reminds me of someone who maybe has been looking at someone else and not trying to be critical, but all they can really see at the moment is just the stuff that's wrong with the other person. But maybe since we're light workers, we're smart enough or we're enlightened enough to know that whatever problem we have with that person, it's a reflection back to us. And so again, he's taking time to think about, all right, this person rubs me the wrong way. This is how I'm feeling about this person. This is what I think about this person. I'm noticing that my thoughts are very hard, very rigid. What can I learn from this? And taking it deeper and deeper while trying to find the bigger perspective and the the hidden blessing, and trying to just figure out, the mystery there. So this is someone who's in deep thought, okay? Um, but when he talks, he doesn't need to use a whole lot of words. And another example could be like, just two people again who always are bantering, and then one person says, I love you, and it goes straight to the heart of the matter. So that's the kind of communication that's going to be coming up if this card comes up in a reading. It's going to be something that kind of startles you a little bit because of the depth of truth that comes out. It's somebody who, it's just some kind of a situation where the normal facade, they're going to step out of that for a moment and reveal their true self, their true feelings, how they really think, just for a minute, and then step back into the facade. It's also somebody who does think deeply, and somebody who is trying to understand why they would be observing somebody in a critical way. So that to me is what the Page of Swords represents. When it comes up in a reading, I just know that I might need to take time to think about, I might have to ask myself, all right, have I been noticing red flags around people but not paying attention to it? Do I need to like stop and really, look at the good and the bad? Or has somebody done something that's really got me to where it's hard for me to look at them and see what's good about them, because I'm kind of so stuck on what they've done to irritate me. It's like I have to bring it back to, where do I need to balance my thinking, my perspective on this person? Because our thoughts have energy just like our words have energy. And if we're sitting there having harsh thoughts about someone, critical and judgmental thoughts, almost as if you're mentally fighting with them, that doesn't help anyone either. Even though we think that, well, these are my thoughts and they're private, other people pick up the vibe that even though you're smiling at them, there's something that's not quite right. Maybe they can't fully trust it. So that's why we have to be truly honest with ourselves, which is what the Swords suit is all about. It's that bare bones, getting down to the root of it, honesty. How do holding ourselves accountable, but also holding other people accountable for any hypocrisy going on. So the Swords suit is a very deep suit. Those cards start coming up, it's like, oh boy, I got to get out my journal and start journaling, start writing those affirmations again. So this is someone who is taking time to just get clear on how they think. If they've been thinking negatively, trying to figure out a way to take those negative thoughts and turn them into positive thoughts. And also somebody who, like I said, they step out of the facade for a moment and give you a flash of how they truly feel or what they truly think, and then they step back into character. So when this card comes up, be prepared for either you to do that or someone around you to do that. Pay attention to that when it happens, because sometimes people can let us know, or we can let other people know how we truly feel about something, and if we want to be in denial about it, we'll let that moment pass. But that moment is either a red flag or a green light. You got to pay attention to that. All right, so I hope this helped, and take care. I bless us all with enlightenment. Bye-bye.